After the last few games that we've had with Stolarz, though, it makes me a lot more comfortable for him to be our backup next year to allow
Definitely.
Dostal a little bit more time down in the A.
Don't have to rush him. Yeah,
I
exactly.
and like and Stolarz isn't really, not to say he's not good enough for it, but I don't see him being a target in the Seattle expansion here, which is in just less now than 100 days.
Hmm.
Um, so I think we're okay with him, honestly. Like I don't feel like it's a risk, I guess, to put him up.
Yeah.
If he does happen to get taken, I'm sure Dostal's pretty well ready to go, I would say. But
Yeah. And there
yeah.
will be other goalies on the market too, but I think the reason Stolarz wouldn't get taken is just because there is maybe a few bigger names
Mhm.
out there, just with other teams. Again, you still need that third string / backup goaltender, but I think the sample size is so small with Stolarz that we might not see it. I think going back to Dostal, if we do keep the taxi squad next year, I think Stolarz has really benefited from being on the taxi squad and just being
Mhm.
that consistent practice guy and just being around Gibson and Miller and getting to observe them. I think Dostal could benefit from that as well. I know we talked earlier, like, okay, no, like as a goalie, I think you need to get into games, but I think you can learn a lot from watching. I think Stolarz is a good example of that and just
Yeah,
being in
absolutely.
that kind of culture, but without the pressure of having to win games.
Yeah, absolutely. And even just being around the guys in general, because you are part of the team, right? You
Yeah.
just, I guess you have a little bit of a different, like the way they practice, right?
Mhm.
Um, but outside of that, like you're with the team, you get to still bond with those guys and whatever. Maybe not so much this season, I guess, because of, just all the COVID protocols and that sort of
Mhm.
stuff. You can't be in each other's hotel
Yeah.
rooms and
You
everything
you
like
would still
that. But
travel together though.
yeah, exactly. So like going on, yeah, the flights, or I mean, hell, if it's even a bus ride, but
Yeah.
like you're all still together. You're in the locker
Mhm.
rooms, you're at practice and that sort of thing, right? So you kind of
Yeah.
being able to, as much as you build relationships like as players, it's with players and goaltenders, it's relationship, but it's also trust in each other. Not to
Yeah.
say that you don't with players, right? But you really have to trust in your goaltender, and your
Mhm.
goaltender has to trust in the guys in front of him.
Yeah.
So
It's a
it's a
special
little bit of a different
relationship between
dynamic.
a defenseman and a goaltender.
It really
Yeah.
is, honestly. So like some of my defensemen, remember like just growing up, it was just a completely different bond
Mhm.
compared to some of the other just players like with each other. So
Yeah. You see, when a defenseman and a goalie really like each other, some magic happens, and the magic stork brings
yeah,
tons of saves and wins and plenty of Stanley Cups full of champagne.
yeah, it's called being able to read each other's minds and having shorthand that you can just yell something that doesn't even sound like English, and the defenseman knows exactly what you're talking about and
Mhm.
that sort of thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.